Hey everyone, this is Dream from Where the Yocals Grow, and I'm standing out here in my backyard enjoying this beautiful sunset and this glorious weather, and I thought it was time that we take you on a brand new April of 2022 garden tour and vlog. So if you all are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, I am so glad to see you again. Let's get growing, y'all. We're going to go through this gate, and this is part one of our garden tour. We're going to tour the front gardens first. So here we go. Okay, y'all, we're going to start. I'm going to do this up front really quickly because, as you can see, we're still working on it. Still got a lot of cleaning to go. So right here in this front garden, right here in front of you will be a no dig, no till new potato garden that we'll be doing out here. And then this is where our food forest, this is actually where the food forest begins. So all of our heritage tomatoes, all our heirloom tomatoes will be up here in this food forest, and they'll be in through here, and then around the front will be all of our cherry tomatoes. And I'm not going to stop here long, but I do want to show it. This is some kohlrabi and lettuce. This is part of our container gardening that we're doing, which is part of the patio to plate container challenge. So we're going to move through here. Our pretty window boxes with flowers. Here's some more. And this is our original garden stock that we got last summer. I believe it was in the summer that we got it. It's got everything planted in it: lettuce, tomatoes, peppers, hot peppers, green beans, purple beans, and much more to come. It's going in it. So we're going to move pretty fast on this. This is some more, sorry for the sun. This is some more of our container gardening. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go to the main part. It's going to be a little sunny, and I will do my best to stay out of the shadows as I can. So here we go. Let's take it all in from this direction. So this first garden bed that you see right here is one of three sisters gardens. And if you don't know what a three sister garden is, it is a garden that typically has corn, beans, and a squash in it, but I also put the fourth stepsister in, and that is sunflowers, and I did do a video about it, and I'll try and link it at the end of this video. And then this little garden over here is kind of our, I'm trying not to be in the sun. It's kind of hard when your garden sits in the west. This garden, of course, you can see the first thing, these are all iris right here. This is kind of my flower and municipal garden. And in this garden we have some foxglove, yarrow, cannas, I believe we have tansy, we have, what's it called, a butterfly bush, we got more cannons over there, we have asparagus on the other side, and we'll take another look, better look I should say, not another, a better look. But right here is the glass gem corn. In the middle is the purple Martian corn, and on this side of it is also glass corn. And then the beans, we have some royal bush beans, and we have some pie pumpkins and some honey nut squash. And I'm not sure what this is. I found a seed on the ground. I stuffed it in. Obviously it's going to be a pretty big plant, whatever it is. Now I am waiting on my corn to get about, can you see how high my hand is? About that high before I plant my Kentucky green beans in between the stalks. As you can see, the wind is, it's taking its toll. We've had some crazy wind. So here is more of our garden, or this is more of our container pollinator gardens. They have flowers, they have pansies, alyssum, soon to be hollyhock. They have, what are they called? Not snapdragons. Poppies. We have poppies in there, and then this big girl right here that you see right here, that's coriander. And then here are our volunteers. We got some rain last night, so everything is nice and big. For those of you who don't know, I leave my fall, try to get out of the shadow, leave my fall pumpkins on the ground to kind of decompose, and when they're almost completely decomposed, I throw them in this garden behind here to kind of fertilize and break down and kind of act like a compost. And I try to get all the seeds up, but unfortunately I don't always get them, and so whatever volunteer comes up, I let it come up. Let me show you the poppies. Let's see if I can do this without getting, how pretty is she? Look at that. This is our second right here. This run right here. Let me get out of the shadow. Our run right here. This is our second Three Sisters garden. And the corn all along the back here is the batten corn, which is the yellow corn. And then in this one we have some dragon beans, we have some jade beans, and we have honey nut squash and the Little Jack's pumpkins. So here's more of the container garden. As you can see, I want to show you this. You see all that grass? And then look down the middle. You see the grass going down, and then you come down this side and you can see all this tall grass, but then you go over here and nothing is growing. And that's because that's how good that soil is. When we start watering and that nutrient runs down and it fertilizes everything underneath it, everything just starts growing really, really good. But this is part of our container gardens. We got beans in these two containers. This is parsley that I'm letting go to seed. I'm going to try and collect the seeds for next year. I'm really hoping that I can successfully do that, because I'm trying to reduce the amount of seeds that I'm going to buy next year. So I'm going to try and get a lot of seeds from my plants this year. So another container of flowers. This has a black-eyed Susan, some calengia. We have some white marigolds, and I think there's even going to be, it looks like, some cosmos in there. This is our first planting, original planting of our potatoes. These are Yukon Gold potatoes. The ones that are going over there on the side that I just showed you will be Yukon Gold potatoes. And then when you get to see the backyard tour, since this is the first garden tour, when you get to see the backyard garden tour, you'll get to see when we potted up the purple and the red potatoes. So here I got a couple more asparagus ferns I got to get in the ground. I have a dahlia that I need to get in the ground. But these are our tomato beds. This right here, this big plant you see right here, is called a tansy. For those of you who don't know what tansy is, it is a flowering. It's kind of, they're smaller but similar as a flower, but they're always bright yellow and I mean small. I mean like they're this big and condensed, but like a marigold. And you can use them for two different things. You can use them for a municipal herb, which for women helps with menstrual cramps. And then what I planted them here for was to help with squash bugs, those potato bugs, and the cucumber beetles, because they do not like this plant right here. They don't like it at all, and they stay away from it as far as they can get. And then we have some lavender. Now I plant lavender in front of all of my beds. I do not spray for mosquitoes, so I put out plants that I know are going to help repel mosquitoes when I'm out here in the evenings. Now with our garden beds, these ones are small. You can see they're not very wide. They're under 2 foot wide. So we try to utilize all the space that we get. And so you can see this conduit comes up and back over and then back down again. And so what will happen is, as our tomato plants that are planted down the middle, these are orange chef tomato plants, as they grow up, we'll begin to tie a string and wrap around them, and then they will be tied up here to the top, so to kind of vertically pull these tomatoes up. Now this orange chef tomato that's in this one, I actually bought one plant at a farmer's market last year, and then I grew it, and then I kept one of the tomatoes and I harvested the seeds, and this is my first successful for tomatoes seed harvest to plant. So I'm sorry, seed harvest, seed, plant, and I'll get it out of my mouth here in a minute. My first successful harvesting of seeds from a plant or a tomato to replant and then have success in growing a plant from those seeds. There, see, I told you if I slowed down, I would get it. So let me tell you how we planted these beds. So like I said, we try to utilize all the space that we have in these beds. So in a way we do that, down this right side, right here, are onions. Coming back up here are carrots. The tomatoes are down the middle. When they get just a little bit higher, we will plant some basil. And maybe something else that will go in there. On this one, now these beds have changed a little bit. On this one, again, we have the tomatoes down the middle, but because now that my husband has installed this beautiful brand new archway, I can grow vining things vertically now instead of in the small little cages that I've had in the past. So what I have right here are cucumbers, and the goal for them is to go up and over on that far side, and then going down the side of the bed right here are carrots. And then we always have flowers. I have basil, we got marigolds, I think there's some nasturtium and zinnias, and soon to be cosmos. So, and that's what that one looks like. And these are all heirloom tomatoes. And then again, we're over here on this bed, pretty much the same concept. Tomatoes down the middle, carrots down the side, and with the exception of on this side of the arch will be our Kentucky green beans. And then of course, flowers, herbs, right at the front. Lavender, the front of that one. I'm gonna come out here, come back around. Okay, so this bed, if you all got to see, and I'll link it at the end of this video, right here. These are all, are these yellow? Yes, these were all, half of the bed is white on this side, and the other half is yellow onions on this side. And this was part of our planting your onions in a container garden. So these all got planted at the same time, and I'll try and link that video at the end of this video. And then of course here's the other bed. In this bed were these tomatoes, and this bed, and this bed, and this bed are all indeterminates. These tomatoes in this bed are determinates, and if y'all don't know what that means, an indeterminate tomato continues to grow all its life cycle. It never stops growing, where a determinate tomato gets a certain size and stops growing. And I'll show you some of the carpenter bees here in just a minute. Sorry, got distracted. So that is what's in here. And then of course we have some flowers at the ends, and then going down each side are carrots. We try to utilize all of our space in our gardens. And there's that wisteria. God, she's beautiful. And then this bed is all of our garlic. Now you can see them big bushy plants. They're going along the side, they're inside of here. And if you watch the Three Sisters video where I talk about having these mammoth sunflowers, these are native to Texas, these mammoth sunflowers, and I don't have to plant them. These are them. I never have to plant them, but I do have to thin them quite often. So, okay, so here are the onions that we planted in the container challenge, and I will be doing a separate tour video of all the containers and what's planted in them. So I'm going to back up just a little bit so you can see the front of the container garden. We have a Dollar Tree stack, green stock stack, and then we've got lots of grow bags. And let's see if you can see her. You see her? Him. That is a him. That is not a her. That is a male carpenter bee. Male carpenter bees do not have stingers, so we don't worry about getting stung out here, but they are extremely curious of you, and they will literally come right up to your face and buzz you. So here he comes. Let's watch him. There she goes. Comes right up to you. Nothing scares those guys. So let me show you the pollinator garden. Now this pollinator garden back here, with the exception of the giant rue that is in the back, let me get a closer look. This giant rue that's in the back right here are all native plants. Now in here there is, let's see, we have milkweed, we have marigolds, we have cosmos, we have calendula, alyssium, borage, or borage, however you want to say it. Of course, the sunflowers, and I think there's a sun daisy or something like that. But let me show you this vine. If you are who might be watching this, if you live in North Texas, I know you've seen this vine. This vine, I have been fighting this vine for years, and I do mean years, and it is my nemesis. Now, when it's like this at the beginning stages, I can't really jerk it out because this is the home of our swallowtails, and we already have swallowtail caterpillars. I have a video on my phone. I haven't had much luck with this new phone getting videos off of it onto my computer, and I will do my best. So stay tuned to the end. If you see it at the end, you know I got it off of there. We always keep water out for our pollinators. We do get mason bees here a lot. Oh, walk back out. Let me see that wisteria from that. Isn't she beautiful? She's absolutely stunning. And then of course, here's our other onions that we planted, and then there's still some in that one, but not a lot. It's got more herbs than it does anything, and it looks like everybody needs water. We got all this rain this morning, and all of this stuff is bone dry. So I am gonna water. Look at these guys. I'm telling you, they are so brave. They'll come right to you. They have no fear. And we only have them at the beginning of spring. They come in early because they like this wisteria, and they'll stay until the wisteria dies back, and then we won't see them again till fall, and we'll have them again. I'm not sure entirely where they go, but let's see if I can get you zoomed in on that guy. If he will hold still long enough. There we go. So again, I will be doing a third video on all of the container stuff because I still have more containers to get out here, and it would be kind of it wouldn't be a good video without having everything there. I told you, very curious. So let's pan around, take one last look at our garden as I'm getting buzzed. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love being in my garden, y'all. Hey, what are y'all growing this year? I'd like to know. You're growing tomatoes, you're growing squash. This is predominantly our carrots, tomatoes, onions, and garlic and potato area. Now, when we do the backyard tour, you'll get to see all of the squash, the peppers. There's another tower back there. So you get to see all of that, which is different from up here. So let me know down in the comments what you're growing. Do you guys have any bees at your house? If you do, what kind are they? I absolutely love watching these guys. Ooh, fly away. There's a bird. I absolutely love being out here. It is so beautiful right now. Look, there's the sunset. All right, you all. Here are my babies. These are baby swallowtail caterpillars. And this is our pollinator garden. As you can see, there's another one way down there. How great is that? Oh my gosh, y'all. I love my life. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see any more. I know we have some bigger ones, but I have another video of one big one on my phone. Oh, I see some more small ones. Stay with me, okay? We're gonna go for a walk. guys, looky here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And it wouldn't surprise me if there's not more of them. How exciting. Hey everyone, I hope that you enjoyed the garden tour, and I thought I would stand here and finish this video so I can show you these very playful and very large carpenter bees. How adorable are they? Can you see them flying in and out? Oh my goodness. So, if you found value in this video, y'all please be sure to give us a like with a thumbs up. New here, don't forget to hit the subscribe and the notification button because new videos are posted often and I would hate for you to miss anything. Till I see you in the next video. Keep growing, y'all. Bye-bye.